Pro Group Racing presents show us your tips, Daggy and Beaver, with you. Get into some midweek preview. That's what we said. Yeah, midweek preview time with Warwick Farm kicking us off. It's been a late night, Beaver, but you've got all the tips for us. I'll be helping out a bit better on Thursday afternoon. How are you, mate? How's the weekend?
Yes, I'm good, mates. Fighting fit, going along quite well, and yes, looking forward to a few races today. Hopefully a few winners that I've found in there, and off a pretty decent weekend.
Beauty. Let's kick off at Warwick Farm with the rail in the 3 metre mark. We're on a soft track, decent enough weather. Hopefully that improves throughout the afternoon. And we're going to start with a maiden plate for the 2-year-old boys. Who do you like in the first?
Yeah, tricky race here. The main ones in the market either haven't started or resuming from a preparation. I've gone for the number 4 N5 here from the Pereille stable. Only had the one start, which was a nice third in its first preparation. Wasn't far off the winner there, and that was a pretty good run in a reasonably decent field that has had some form come out of it. It's got the top jock aboard, and I think it can run well in the first. Good price, about $5 to $6.
Beautiful. Good luck to Carol, friend of the show, who has a share in the NCAP, so hopefully does put its best foot forward this afternoon. We've got the fillies version up next, 1100 metre 2-year-old. What do we got second up?
Yeah, this is another interesting affair. Probably the key sits within the top 5 in the market, and outside of that, a few long shots. But I've gone for Steffi Magnetica from the Beyond Baker stable, about $7.50. It was a good run. First up, third at Hawkesbury behind Mission Ridge, and then in its last preparation, it was running in the good group races, finishing behind horses like Learning to Fly in the Group 3 company. That's good form for this, and so running in that, obviously think it's got a little bit of ability, and $7.50, I think that's the best play in this race.
Lovely. The staying contest is up next, a benchmark 64, 2,130 metres. Who do you like here?
Yeah, this is a real tricky affair here. These horses generally take turns at winning these types of races, but I'm going for Okatana from the Waterhouse stable. It'll jump in front. Only just finished 5th last start, but it was less than a length. 5 horses went across the line together, pretty much over this distance. It's been pretty consistent of late, and I think it can be hardest to run down at Warwick Farm. It'll jump on the bunny and might be just a bit too dour for these.
Beautiful. The 4th is the sprint 1,000 metres, benchmark 72 level. What do you got for us?
Yeah, look, going with Secret Revolution here, gets a chance to break through again here. Been pretty consistent over the last 5 starts, and its last start third, a length behind Insurrection, was a really good run. That's good form for a race like this. Won comfortably 2 starts back, drawn well here, gets the right setup, and this isn't an overly deep field. So around the $3.50 mark, I think that's a nice play.
The 5th, we're out to the mile again at benchmark 72 level. A few popping back from Saturday grade. Who have you found?
Yeah, look, this is one hell of a hard race to pick. I'm going for number 9 Outsider. It's not the Outsider, but it's still nice odds. It's around the $5 to $6 mark from the Waller stable. Coming back here, was a pretty good run last start. Only a couple of lengths behind the promising Charlton Lane at Rose Hill in what you said was Saturday grade. Only had the 6 starts and figured in 4 of those. I think it can run well in this pretty weak field.
The 6 we're still at the mile, still at 72 grade for the Colts and Geldings. Who have you got here?
Yeah, if we get the winner here, mate, the Milky Bars are on me. I'm going for the Milky Bar Kid.
Tipping a good day for Hippo.
Yeah, I am. I think he can ride a fair few winners here, and he's been pretty good of late.
Yeah, it's been good. He's come back.
Yeah, just thought this only had the one run last preparation, and something was a bit of a miss with that. Prior to that, its form was clearly better than these. So if he could find its right its right form here, resuming. I think it's probably slightly better than these. Likes to sting out of the ground, does its best work there. Does have the 61, but I think it can run well.
And we're going to wrap up again at 72 grade, 1400 meters. And a tricky way to finish the day. As I mentioned last time, I would love to see Adam Hieronymus take Cable Willie 40. He gives a sight, but who have you found?
Yeah, look, I didn't find it tricky at all. I've gone for number 13, Nana's Wish. Thought the first up run was pretty good. Don't worry about the seventh. It was 4 lengths behind Dakota Vroom, which is a promising horse. Got well out of its ground in that race, but I thought it finished off quite nicely there. That was its first run since coming from New Zealand, in the right stable, and I think this horse has got big scope for improvement here today. I think gate 2 suits. Warwick Farm might not be the ideal track here, but out to the 1400 from the 1100. So I think that was just a warm-up race for it. I think this would be more of a target, and I think it can run very, very well.
Awesome. Who is going to run best of the day, though, and who's going to be your value?
Yeah, my best of the day is race 7, number 13, Nana's Wish, around the 450. So I think that's some real decent value there. I think a lot of value on the card from my tips there. You'll only need to get 2 to have a good day. And my value is race 2, number 14, Steffi Magnetica, about the $8 mark.
Awesome. Let's head down to Sandown for the Melbourne program. We are on the hillside track, the rails out 8 meters. Again, a soft track. And from the quick look I've had through, this looks like a decent little card. We're going to kick off over 1,300 meters for the 2-year-old fillies, smallest field of the day. Who do you like in the first?
Yeah, I'm a bit partial to the ginger and pink here, mate. So that's what I'm going for. Thought first 2 runs haven't been too bad, actually. I know that it's 7 and 7, but one was in weekend grade company. It wasn't too bad and too far off them. I think third up here is perfect. This is a small field. Sort of 3 key chances here. I think this one might be just the best of them.
The second is a mile 64. Tricky little contest here. Short price favourite though. Is that who you've gone with?
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit skinnier than I thought, but I think it's a clear on top pick. Its first up win was outstanding at Tatura, and then wasn't that far away at Sandown. Maybe a bit of second up syndrome to some horses. These types of horses, as they're sort of getting out in distance, they're not as brilliant. Second up, I think now this one will be fully wound up, peaked and ready to go. And Paddy Payne, the right trainer, gate 10 over the top.
Awesome. The third is a 2,400 metre benchmark 70. You've been stumping up for Dillian. Is third up today.
Yeah, it was a good run last start, but I'm going to go hope for Christmas in July here, mate.
Okay.
My man Paddy Pruska.
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, you had to see that coming. It was a huge win last start. Paid him pretty easy. Fairly a low benchmark race. A 58 stepping up to a 70 here, but prior to that, its form was pretty good. In 64 grades. Trains a good stayer, 2,400 Sandown or suit, and super scared of Dillian, but at $2.30, just thought maybe a little bit skinny. And so there I've gone for Christmas.
I think Keys can run better than the $18 currently on offer as well, coming back from Adelaide. The fourth is a 1,500 metre benchmark 70 with Arnold coming out. Is there any challenges here to Bigolino?
Not now. I would have had Arnold on top, but with it scratching, Bigolino, clear top pick now. You've got to take the shorts if you want to back this. 64 is a big weight, so they've taken the 3 kilo claim, but it's got the 1 gate, should get a cozy run in there. And given the quality of the opposition, I think it's probably the clear on top pick and probably hardest to beat all day.
The fifth is a 1,000 metre benchmark 70. With Pereille comes down from Sydney after breaking through last start. Is that the way you've gone?
Yeah, 100%. This is my on top pick. I think the $3 is a good price here. That was good last start. it really accelerated quite nicely, I thought, and showed its ability. Got to the front early there, and probably just started to fade on a little bit on the line, but it'll be ready to go here. Back to the 1,000. I think it'll take the sit here, and its turn of foot will be too good for these.
If you need a bit of a boost with that, I ran into the Cowboy, a friend of the show, who drove Pereille down on Monday night. Last week he drove Exploring down for the punters, so hopefully he can go 2 from 2.
Yeah, let's hope so.
In his Melbourne trips in the last week. The 6th, we're staying at 1,000 metres and staying at benchmark 70 level. Who have you got in this one?
Yeah, I had narrowed it down to 2 when I did the form last night. One's come out, stay in touch. So that leaves me with the top weight, Never Standing Still, resuming. I think this is an easier class race to what it raced later in last preparation. Handles all sorts of conditions, and put 3 wins on the trot when last didn't work, which was all pretty good. This is its ideal distance. Has run at the track before. Good draw, clean, can run really well around the 450.
The 7th is a 1,300 metre benchmark 70 open field. But can a couple of top of the weights here still run well?
I think so. Yeah, I think they can. I've settled on Extreme Step. It's been scratched, I think, the last 2 times it's been nominated,
yeah.
and I did tip it in both. It does go well fresh. Slightly concerned as to why it has been scratched.
I assume better tracks.
That's what I was thinking, and it gets the kilo and a half claim here. It's drawn well, so I've got it on top. It's probably the most progressive of these, but certainly a horse like Sig Positano is going excellent at the moment, and it was a good run last start, and suited probably drawn out wide here. Could be the one running over the top of them, but always seems to run a good race, and it will be around the placings, no doubt.
And we're going to wrap up with an 1,800 metre benchmark 78. Who's taking us home?
Yeah, clearly the hardest race on the day here. Quite a tough affair. I've gone for number 3, Court Deep. Just I thought the double figure odds of $10 was a nice bet. It's warmed into this prep quite nicely, improving in each start. One last start. It did run second to the nephew the start prior. So quite a difference in the markets compared to that. They meet each other on similar weights. I just thought it could be the one to beat at the odds. But yeah, this is a very open race with plenty of chances. Main danger, number 5, Trassetti from the Plain Stable, 3rd up.
Yeah, will run well.
I think it'll run real well as well. It finished 4th behind Wild Imagine last start, which Wild Imagine is franking that form's going great at the moment. So I think they're the 2 that I'd be playing in a tricky last race.
Awesome. Your best and value for the 19th of July?
Yeah, my best is race 5, number 5, Pereille. I think it's a really good bet, and I'm going to make my value race 3, number 5, Christmas.
Awesome. Nothing better than Christmas in July from the Beaver. Can you
Let's hope so, mate.
Some icing on the Christmas cake at Ipswich?
Yeah, let's look to Ipswich. Pretty ordinary fields up at Ipswich. My better bets don't come up until later in the day. I've got race 6, number 5, Show Me Your Love. Quite nice price there. Race 7, number 1, Vintage Choice, gets its chance to win today. And race 8, number 12, Shalaz Moment. So all those are sort of around the $4, $2.50 and $4. So not bad odds there. One of those wins, you'll do all right as well.
Fantastic. Thank you, Beaver, for carrying my ass through July. I'll be of more use to you next week. Cool.
Never a problem, mate.
You've been doing it for years.
I don't know. It's just July, but anyway, we'll stick to that.
I'll be back later today. What am I doing later today? Previewing round 21 of the NRL with Barney on Footy and Frothies. And we'll be back tomorrow night to preview Saturday back to Caulfield and Rose Hill. Looking forward to that. Good punting today, guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.